and cleaving. First time we come across the word living and cleaving in the Bible is in Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. I'll read it for you. It said, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Now you see, you'll notice here that the Bible did not say a woman will leave her father and mother. No, it is the man that will leave his father and his mother and then cleave unto his wife. So is a man that will leave his father and his mother and sought for his wife. So women are not primarily instructed to leave a man that finds the woman who will have been under the umbrella of her parents. She might be she's under the covering of her parents. So at that point in time, it is expected for the man to leave his father and mother to embark on the search. And that's why I want to talk about two principles. I want to recommend two principles of living and cleaving. So the very first principle I like to recommend about living and cleaving is found in Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22, which says, whosoever find a wife finds a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. So there are two principles. The very first one is the principle of finding, and then the principle of favor. Now let me start with the principle of finding. So I said the instruction is for the man to leave his father's house and then cleave. The man will leave his father's house and then find his wife. So the very first way of this principle of living and cleaving is for the man to find. It is you as a man that will go out and find. So before cleaving can take place, the man has to proceed on a search. He must proceed on an adventure, to find his life partner. So, but the second one, which I want to talk about, is the principle of favor. And by principle of favor, we have to go back to Genesis chapter 2. Verse 18. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, and it says, and the Lord God said, it is not good for a man to be alone. I will make him a help meet for him. Now, you see, this second example was the one that first appeared. I intentionally brought it last because I want to really emphasize on it. When Adam was created, that was the first principle that the Lord introduced, whereby the God himself is the one that will help the man. And when we are looking at the second principle of favor now God helping the man, how? Now if you go to verse 21, the Lord said, and the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. So here is the principle of favor being applied. I want to talk about the principle of favor. It refers to the man himself deeply engrossed in his life assignments. The man himself asleep, deeply engrossed in his career, deeply involved in his ministry, deeply involved in his concern. So while he is so deeply involved in his concern, the Lord will favor him by bringing his wife unto him. So two things here. The very first principle is the principle of finding, where the man will proceed to find, and then the second principle is the man will be in a deep sleep, and while he's deeply engrossed in his career. When we say sleeping, we're not talking about idling out. We're not talking about it's an allegorical statement. We're not just talking about sleeping as in a lazy man sleeping, or resting, or idling away. No, we're talking about a man deeply engrossed in his life assignment. So while you are carving out an image for yourself in the area of career, in the area of business, in the area of ministry, in the area of your life assignment, the Lord will favor you by bringing the wife he has formed, the helpmate he has made, bring it to you. So when we talk about living and cleaving, in conclusion,